Tricia, what Roberto Flores is accused of doing to his lovers, biting off chunks of their lips in fits of rage, is savage. He admits that. But tonight he says there is an explanation and also offers an apology to his victims. Sitting down for an interview in lockup, Roberto Flores says he is misunderstood.
I'm a good person and I want people to know me. I don't want people to just look at me and be like, oh, well, he's not a good man.
Flores speaking to Action News about the brutal attacks that left two of his ex-lovers in the hospital. First, savagely biting off the lower lip of his ex-wife, Perla, in 2007. He served jail time for domestic violence only to get out and do it again to his new girlfriend, Victoria Silva.
I was thinking I was going to die. He was trying to kill me.
I'm sure after you got out, after Perla, you probably thought, I'm never going to do this again, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Why did you?
You know, honestly, I don't have the answer to that because, like I said, you have to be in my situation.
Flores blames an addiction to alcohol and cocaine and says he grew up surrounded by violence. His stepfather repeatedly beating his mother and a young Flores.
All the violence, everything that happened, that's what I'm reliving in my life. In my mind, I think I'm my stepdad.
He's pleading for mercy and says jail will do him no good. Professional help is what he really needs. As for his victims, who have already been scarred by his love. If you could talk to Perla and Victoria right now, what would you say to them?
First of all, I would apologize from my heart, even though that it wouldn't do nothing. It wouldn't bring back, you know, their lips. But I'm still human. I'm still human, and we all make mistakes. And I'm still a good person in my heart.
As he leaves our interview, Flores tells me he doesn't think the women would ever want to see him again. At least in the case of Victoria, he's right.
At this point, I still can't even sleep at night, just thinking he might come back.
Even though he's asking for professional help, Flores knows he probably will serve jail time again for this second attack. I asked him what a fair punishment would be, and he says that is up to a judge.
And we see, I believe it's Victoria still wearing the mask.
She is. She hasn't been able to afford the reconstructive surgery, so for now she's left with those scars from this attack.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, Blake, thank you. Interesting interview.
And you can still see the wind damage here at this Family Dollar store tonight, Steve. Take a look. This entire wooden awning just ripped off and sent flying by this powerful wind system today. We now know it was an updraft, as Brian says. It came through so quickly it sent people running for cover.
No, girlfriend, it's not no tornado in Las Vegas. Come on.
But that is what witnesses say it looked like. This photo from a viewer shows a tornado-like formation of wind and dust tearing through Las Vegas.
It was focused. It was just focused in one area because it didn't come over there. It didn't come over there. It just came straight through here.
I don't know, like I was surprised, scared, so many things. I couldn't believe what was happening.
Luis and Ricardo went running for cover as the wind formation completely ripped off the awning of this Family Dollar. Some pieces strewn across the roof. One chunk sent flying over the building and into a back alley.
I just see the roof fly like off. It was so weird. I was like, what?
It wasn't just buildings that saw damage. These high winds took down some pretty sizable trees, really knocking down anything in its path. Down the street, more damage to a vacant restaurant, winds ripping apart the building's front entrance. As the Action News Hawk flew around the valley, we spotted similar formations popping up all over. Back on the ground, crews assess the damage and begin cleaning up, while witnesses are left trying to wrap their minds around what exactly they saw.
Where did it come from? Look at the clouds. This is crazy. Crazy weather in Las Vegas, huh?
And despite the damage here and across the valley, no reports of any injuries. Some good news, just a lot of cleanup ahead. We're live from Eastern and Owens tonight. I'm Blake McCoy, Channel 13 Action News. They are, Steve. OSheas shut down earlier today, and tonight it's all dark. It's not this main building of OSheas that's actually being imploded tonight. Instead, it's a 7-story parking garage in the back. It's being done to make way for a big new investment here in the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. Chants of OSheas break out at the bar as visitors toast their final drinks and play their final hands.
I think it's sad. You can't beat the old classics. Like, that's the old Vegas.
At the strike of noon, the doors officially shut for good. Police tape now keeping people out of a property they've come to love over the past 23 years.
When one door closes, another opens.
Rick Mazur's regional president of Caesars Entertainment, which is planning to use the OSheas site for the Link, a new food and retail complex anchored by a giant observation wheel.
This corner will be a dramatic corner, really a stunning exterior that will just really be something that will also be iconic.
Caesars Entertainment is wasting no time. This parking garage of OSheas is set to be imploded tonight. And once construction fully ramps up, Caesars tells us it'll be employing 3,000 construction workers.
We think will be a wonderful addition to Las Vegas and a great magnet for a lot of people to visit.
As for the 300 workers at OSheas, they're being offered positions at other Caesars properties along the Strip, and Mazur says 90% have already been placed. That includes Lucky the Leprechaun, an OSheas icon.
I'm going to take over Bill's Casino over on the corner. I have a new corner to work at.
You'll see him around a lot.
Again, the parking garage is set for implosion at 2:30 in the morning. The roads will begin shutting down around here any minute now. The closures include this section of the Las Vegas Strip, also being closed, Winnick Avenue and Audrey Street behind the Imperial Palace and Flamingo. They will all remain closed until about 6 in the morning if all goes according to plan. This implosion is happening at 2:30 in the morning. Most of us will be in bed by that time, but we do have cameras that are going to be camped out here. In fact, Caesars is setting us up in a hotel room that will hopefully have a good view of the implosion. We'll get that video for you tonight and have it on our morning show beginning at 4:30 a.m. Reporting live from the Strip tonight, I'm Blake McCoy, Channel 13 Action News. OSheas is already closed, and this is the big picture here. Imperial Palace eventually will also be renovated, and all of that is going to be tied together to form this new Link project. An 8-year-old boy is being credited with foiling a burglary while his family was at home. The Republican National Committee is already releasing a statement about the president's visit to the Valley. They say Obama's focusing on pet projects instead of the real problems facing Southern Nevada, like the economy.